The corner, the corner, the corner. Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you will find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, like you're at home with your cousin. It's about life, it's about finance, it's about spirituality, it's about love, and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey to explore life. Listen, let's sit back and enjoy a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on, a wide range of spectrum of thoughts. My goal is to create a space for all of us to connect, all of us to learn each other, and all of us to communicate. It's really not about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy this. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about the corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? We are back. We are back with another one. Yes, indeed. It is Cousin Ed's Corner. I normally would do a thank God it's, not a thank God it's Friday. I would do a thank God for everything. You know, over here on Cousin Ed's Corner, we thank God for everything, not only Friday. So I normally would do that show today, but I do know that people listen to this show throughout the week. So I'm going to switch this show up. And I'm going to do a new segment called Fill Your Cup Friday. Fill Your Cup Friday. And it came from a couple conversations this week. It came from a couple of posts that I watched and heard and saw. And it just resonated with me about filling your cup. Right? Sometimes we go through the week and we are depleted, right? Sometimes we are the one who's always pouring out and never fill our cup. So you already know where the show is going, right? I can end the show right here with that. But before I even get into the show, let me go ahead and start with, I'll say a larger positive note and tell everyone thank you for sending in your voice notes, sending in your text messages. I appreciate it. There is a winner. I'm waiting for them to contact me back before I put their name out so I can get the t-shirt out to them. That show was supported by Sisters in Business Expo, the Sister Shop. They have to pick their t-shirt. So there is a winner, but it's not too late. It's not too late. Definitely go ahead and send in your voice notes, voicemail, your text, 762-333-2032. That's 762-333-2032. You can also go to cousinedscorner.com and leave a voice note across the top of the page. I do appreciate all content, all communication that is given with the show. Also, a lot of your feedback that's given with the show. So I appreciate it. And I want to start there and say thank you. But as always, I don't try to stay long. These shows are meant to be poignant and hit directly to the spot and keep it moving. So I was sitting here trying to think of a show, right? You know, thinking of content, thinking of what I wanted to say this morning. And I'm trying to get these shows out earlier. So hopefully y'all have seen that. I'm trying to get them out earlier. But in this one, I wanted to talk about filling your cup. And you know, I personally pour out. All right, let's think about the show. I give out 3 shows a week. So I'm pouring myself out 3 times a week to give part of myself. Now, if this is what I want to do, I'm not saying you have to do this, right? But there are people who are educators who pour into kids every day, right? There are people who are ministers. There are people who are store owners. There are people who are, I said teachers, right? Other content creators that pour out their self, pour out of their cup. Chaplains. I could think about any psychiatrist, psychologist, life coach, friends. You're in a relationship and you're the only one pouring out. It gets to a point where your cup becomes empty, right? And I too sometimes find myself with my cup empty and not knowing how to refill my cup. I was asked this question this week. What am I looking? I forgot how the question went, but what am I looking for that excites me, right? Like, what's the next thing what's coming up that's exciting to me? And I couldn't think about what's exciting. Like, what's the next thing? I really thought about podcasting because I think about that as my next outlet, my next thing to, just to let things out. That's exciting. But then I thought about the reality of it, that I need more. And I think a lot of us feel that way. We need more. And sometimes we're the one who's always pouring out. We're the one that's always giving. So we don't know how to receive because it does not familiar to us. If you feel that way, let's work. I'm making a conscious effort, right? Let's work on what's the next exciting thing. What's the next thing that we're looking forward to? What's the next thing, or who's the next person or next opportunity or next event that you will enjoy that will pour into you? For myself, and I must say I haven't held true. The years going into the fourth quarter, you know what? I was saying the third quarter this whole time, but it's really going into the fourth quarter. I haven't held true to having a true vacation myself. I said this year I wanted to make sure I had a true vacation. I wanted to go and get myself re-energized and poured back into, and not somebody else pouring, it's just me having the energy of doing something that I enjoy, right? But I'm still working on it. That's one thing I do want to do. Now, I just want to say it's not that hard. You just got to do it. Yes, I got to get past the commitments of, or thinking I have the commitments of doing so much. But we get in that rat race sometimes that we're not being refilled. And I want us to talk to everybody and say, first of all, you're not alone. You're not alone in that feeling, right? And maybe you don't express it the same way I just did. Maybe you can't express it. You just have a feeling over you of not being poured into, having your cup empty. Maybe you don't know what it is. So I want this to be honest conversation. I want this to for you to know, for me to know that I'm not the only one. You're not the only one. And when I hear or see these videos online and people talk about the same thing, I know that, at least I know I'm not the only one. So it resonates with me. So I want to make sure that this community knows that they're not the only one. And I've always said, if you need a partner, if you need a friend, if you need someone to express these things to, right? Once again, I'm here. I'm here to listen. I'm here to try my best to help with the situation as best I can. I'm not licensed in any kind of way, but I'm here to listen and try to at least give you my feedback on it. And I request your feedback. 762-333-2032. I request your feedback. I request any ways you know that is enjoyable, anything you know that is fulfilling. Let me know. Let me know what's the last thing you've done That's a question. What's the last thing you've done that you've been excited about, that excited you? Or what are you looking forward to that's going to be exciting to you? I will say, for me, what excites me is winning. And it's not me winning, it's us winning, right? Us as a whole, us as a people. I stopped by one of my friend's house the other day and saw his 3 beautiful daughters, and that excited me to see his fulfillment. And he may not be getting his cup filled, but just seeing the joy of him having the three baby girls, and that was exciting to me. I felt re-energized knowing that our future is in these 3 kids. I get excited when I see some of the players that I coach right now and their future of what they have in front of them. That refills me sometimes. That makes me feel good, going to their games and seeing them. So maybe I just answer my own question. Maybe it's not the excitement of the reward of Edwin, of Cousin Ed. Maybe it's not that reward. Maybe it's the reward in seeing others, and maybe that's my spirit. Maybe my spirit is to see others succeed. I don't know. So I'm talking through this as I sit on this couch and give you my therapy, and maybe it's something that you have to look in the mirror and say, is it really about me? And it should be. I'm not saying what I'm saying is correct. I'm saying what I think through and think about my joy. Is it correct? It might not be correct. I think to the I mean, it's not a story, but you hear about pastors or doctors or someone who gives of themselves, but never gets back. And I'm not anywhere near anyone on that level. No way near. I'm not trying to. Hopefully, I'm not trying to compare myself. But I can somewhat understand if you're a giving person, and it doesn't always be reciprocated. It doesn't always be turned around and given back. Sometimes you may sit down and pause for a second and see that you've been given for so long. So, kind of a mixed story this morning. Mixed tales this morning. I don't know, but hey, I wanted to be honest and have this conversation. So, fill your cup Fridays. Fill your cup Fridays. This may turn into something else. It may turn into a conversation of how I last week filled my cup by doing X. I don't know. It may be a way to hold myself accountable. But this is my take on things. It's your boy Cousin Ed. I'm going to be out of here. I love each and every one of you. There's nothing you can do about it. Please, please, please find a way to fill your cup. If you have any ideas on helping others fill their cup, or if you're that one that feels that your cup is empty and you want to talk about it, you maybe want to come on the show and just have this discussion openly with Cousin Ed. Definitely reach out to me, 762-333-2032. That's 762-333-2032. Go to cousinedscorner.com, leave a voicemail, or you can even email me at info@cousinedscorner.com, info@cousinedscorner.com. Got several ways of communicating. Any social media, you can find me on any social media under cousinedscorner.com. Cousin Ed's Corner. You can find me on there. And if you're part of the Telegram group, definitely hit me up in there. So, as this show continues to grow, I continue to be honest with myself and just talk these things through. So, I love you. Have a great weekend. Be safe. See you next time. Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed.